Hey guys, what's up? Knolly Williams here, your success coach. I am super duper excited for our guest today. This is Mentorship Mastery Spotlight, and today we have a spotlight on a six-figure agent. That's right, we're talking six-figure success stories, and today we've got Tanika in the house. What's up, Tanika?
Hey, I'm here.
All right, Tanika Belfield-Martin. Now, tell us, Tanika, where you're from and how you got started in the business. Just the cliff notes of your background.
Yes, I'm located in Maryland, in what we call Laurel, Maryland. I'm on the Anne Arundel County side, but Laurel has like three counties: Anne Arundel, Prince George's, Howard County. But I got into the business about been licensed now almost 8 years. So I started, and in May it'll be actually 8 years. I started out my career in actual commercial real estate. I worked for a commercial real estate company called CoStar, and I was like, well, let me check out the residential side and might as well get my license. So I started off in Long and Foster and didn't do too much in Long and Foster. I think because I was dual career and they didn't help me out a lot in getting started. I was going to wrap it up. But then one of my friends, he was at Keller Williams, and he said, hey, come over to Keller Williams, check it out. So I went to Keller Williams and I really loved it. The culture was a little bit different. They actually helped me build my business and get going. Now, fast forward, the last 2 years, I've been a full-time real estate agent. And decided to leave Keller Williams. I was so happy there. It was like one of the hardest decisions because, I reached out to you, Knolly, and you basically convinced me to come. I saw you went from Keller Williams over to EXP, I was really intrigued. I was like, wow, because you were like, Keller Williams, Keller Williams, Keller Williams. I'm like, yes, Keller Williams. And you went to EXP. I'm like, what in the world? So I was like, when you offered to have the free coaching, and I was looking for, I was just unhappy with the split and how, the split was there in the cap. Other than that, I love Keller Williams, but I was looking for a little bit more money. I did cap there and, but I wanted a better split and more money in my pocket. So
Yeah.
when I saw you offering the free coaching just to put you as the sponsor, I was like, this is a no-brainer. More money, free coaching.
Let's go.
No-brainer. I haven't looked back ever since. So I've been with EXP since January, and it's just been wonderful.
Oh, I'm so, and I've been waiting to have this with you, Tanika, because it's exciting to watch you work. When I look at the board, because we have a board, we have a dashboard here at EXP. We can look at who's doing what, and I see Tanika's name, like closing, closing, closing. I'm like, what is this girl doing? So we're going to get into that. But I mean, you capped. I think it took you, I don't know, 8 months, whatever it was, or 7 months. I don't know.
Yeah, about 7 months. Yeah.
7 months you capped. Now you're on 100% commission. So you got 5 months to just enjoy that money, right? So just get them closed, girl. Get them closed. And then, so it's exciting though. So how has it been for you joining? It's definitely different, right? But how has it been for you transitioning from Keller Williams? I love Keller Williams. I wasn't just drinking the Kool-Aid. I had it on an IV drip.
Yeah.
So how has it been, the transition?
My biggest fear coming over to EXP was I love going to the office. So I was like, how am I going to adjust? I love being around the people. They give me energy. So I thought that was my biggest concern. But then once I moved over, here come COVID, and nobody's in the office anyway. So it's
now, when did COVID? So you came over in February, right? And COVID hit like the next month, or what was the story?
Yeah. So it was like literally like the next month. So it was like in March, everything started, closing down around here. And then, we have hear about all these other companies trying to, look around, trying to find ways to virtually handle their business. While EXP we already built for that. So, I mean, our office is wherever we go. So there was like no change at all. Once I get set up with EXP, I didn't have to adjust or anything or it's just changing the way we do business as far as, social distancing, wearing our gloves and doing stuff like that to be careful. But the transition was very smooth for me. I mean, I actually took some time to, I'm that type of person, like I'm not just going to jump in there. I want to learn everything, learn how to use the technology, learn all the processes before I started like just going full force. So I actually just took like about 3-4 weeks maybe when I moved over to take my time and learn what I'm supposed to do, learn how to use everything so that I'm at 100% going forward. I mean, and then right now it's been wonderful because I've been an actual mentor. I have like 7 mentees. So I just jump, once I learn how to do everything, I want to give back and help others. So that's another reason why I like EXP, because it gives us the opportunity to help others and we get paid from it.
Yeah. So let's talk about that. So we'll talk about the mentor thing in a minute, but going back to you working virtually. So because I remember the conversation we had, I remember where I was when we had the conversation, and you were like, Knolly, I don't know about this. I like working in the office and all the stuff you just mentioned. And then it was kind of like you said, I'm going to pray about this. I remember that you're going to pray about it. And it was like you had peace after praying on it. And then COVID hit. And it wasn't like you were, how do you feel things would have gone if you were forced to have to go, to the cloud versus you actually chose to go to the cloud and came on willingly? And if you were still at Keller Williams, you didn't really have the back end systems that were cloud based. How do you think that transition would have gone for you during COVID?
Oh, it, shoot, I don't know. Just to be honest, I mean, at Keller Williams, they were trying to do the command, and there was like so many kinks and craziness going on with that. And then, even still, some of my colleagues were still there that was complaining about how everything was working out. I honestly, I don't even know how it would work out. I think it might have been a little bit more difficult. Like basically, if I would have stayed at Keller Williams, other than, going ahead and making the jump. But if I would have jumped, after COVID, I believe it still would have worked out the same.
Yeah, yeah, I like that. I like that. So let's talk about this mentorship thing. So I didn't even realize you became a certified mentor. When did you do that? So tell us about that.
It's been a couple of months. What is this, like October? I want to say it was end of August. I say good 2 months now. So I just decided I love helping other agents. I'm still, my colleagues at Keller Williams and other, they always reaching out because I'd be so knowledgeable. Because, like I said before, I take time. I'm not the type of person that just jump in here and then try to figure out what I'm supposed to do. But I like to know what I need to do. I know where my forms are. I need what type of forms and different types of transactions and stuff like that. So I was like, when I saw the email come about they need mentors in Maryland, I was like, you know what? Let me just go ahead and, be a mentor. And it makes me feel real good because meeting with my mentors, and then most of them are new. They're totally new to real estate, and I'm able to help them through transactions, and they're just so grateful because I didn't have that. When I went to Keller Williams, it was a little bit better, but when I was at Law Enforcement, I absolutely had no help, didn't know what I was doing. I was assigned a mentor, but when I needed them, I don't know where they were. So it's like, so I just love giving back and being able to help other agents.
Talk about this, Tanika, because I think you brought up a great point. You actually pulled back. You took the time, maybe not necessarily from your business, because you were still doing deals.
Oh yeah.
You took the time to actually learn. You took a few weeks to really learn EXP, the systems, where to find everything. How do you do this? Where do you log on for that? How do you get the help? How do you get? And you did that. And it was a little bit of a sacrifice to do it. And we tell people this all the time. As a coach and trainer, one of the things that I like to tell people is, put your pre-listing package together. Okay. Mm-hmm. Now it might take a week to do, but it's 1 week that you'll do it, and it'll take 20, 30 hours, whatever it is, or you can license mine and you got it already done for you. But take the time to do that because it's a once and done. and then you can go on to enjoy your career. How important is it to set up the foundation in your business in order to be successful?
Oh, yeah, it's very important because for one, I use your portal because you once we sign up with you, I went through all the videos like I'm totally new, even though I know all the stuff. And you make it real simple for us as well because you have everything set up in the portal. It's just rinse off and duplicate. I mean, we can take your information, your pre-listing package, your selling information, and I haven't even got to the book yet because I I want to do the book. I went through the training for the book, but I haven't, set up my book yet. So that's a really good thing as well. But it's very important. You cannot just go out there and just do whatever. You have to at least start with a good foundation. If you start with a good foundation, then your house will be built strong. But if you just all over the place and you don't have no cement down there or anything like that, then you're in trouble. So that's why I say you got to do it right. If you're going to do it, you got to do it right in order to be successful.
So what is it that and a lot of people don't know this, but at EXP we have a mentorship program. A lot of people are like, oh, EXP is not good for new agents. Well, I get that because we're cloud based and we are geared toward very highly productive agents. Mm-hmm. But the key is we're going to get you there even if you're brand new. So what would you say you're doing differently with your mentees, the people that you're mentoring? And by the way, just real quick, so everybody knows that if you're watching this, the way EXP does it is when you join, if you've done less than 3 transactions the previous year, we consider you a newer agent. Or if you're brand new to the business, we assign you a mentor that you can personally work with on your first 3 transactions. What does that mean? That means that they'll look over your paperwork. You can shadow them on a listing appointment, shadow them on a buyer deal. They're there to help you succeed and have a fast track to success in this business. So Tanika, what would you say is different about what you're doing for your people versus what you got, even at Keller Williams?
Well, I mean, right now I just like the program altogether. They train us. So it starts with training us to train people. And I love that our mentorship, program actually is built around that. We have our meetings every week. They show us the process. They give us all the tools. Everything. And then we have we have the Mind Flash site where we can actually track what our mentees are doing, and then help and be able to support them. So I just built off that. So I took the information that they had provided for us to help other people in the mentees. And then I also meet with them weekly to see how they're doing. And then whenever they need me, they call me anyway or text me or we got to get on Zoom, walk through some contracts. And I take time because it's very important, when you're new in the industry, you have no idea what you're doing. And then you need someone to be there for you. Even if you do, take some of the classes and stuff, it's different when you're actually doing the transactions and you actually need someone. I do a lot of hand holding. A lot of people don't do that. They don't have the patience to hand hold. They be like, oh, go find it here or do that or whatever. But I actually hand hold my mentees because I need that sometimes, and then we have some people that don't need the hand holding. I've made videos. So I made some videos that I have for them that I put in our group so they can go in, and some people like, oh, I can just go watch the video. Okay, good. So they go watch the videos, but I cater to different types of people, whoever needs the hand holding, I'm here. Whoever needs just to know where it's at, I'm here. But I mean, I just really like it because the program is just put together so nice for us.
Hey, I appreciate you for doing that. And thank you for taking care of our agents out there. The cool thing about EXP, that's the local mentorship program. But Tanika, you can sponsor people from really anywhere in the world that we are as EXP, and we're opening India in 2 weeks. We just opened South Africa. We're about to open Mexico. We're opening. Actually, there's 5 countries that are opening before the end of the year in the next 7 weeks. And so, speak to that. So it looks like to me, I see that you just got another agent that's coming on board. You've already got some on board. How are you getting people on board? I mean, are they just attracted to you? What's going on there?
Yeah, see, That's the thing that I struggle with because I'm not a recruiter. I'm not that type of person. I'm not going to call you up a gazillion times or bother anyone. I mean, I'm just be honest. You know, we supposed to do the attraction Friday, try some Fridays, and I've been sucking at it because I don't, I check in with some of my friends, and I invite them to stuff with EXP. I even share my site that you sent. You sent to us to people, and like, oh, this is so nice. Check this out. Stuff like that. But the people that are attracted is because they see my success and they know my heart and how I help others. So the thing is that they want that. They want to be a part of who I am and me. I have a bubble of friends who are realtors in other companies right now, and they're just watching me. You know, I even said when I came over to EXP, I was going to be the guinea pig. I was like, let me go check it out, see everything going. And, if it's good, I'm going to report back and let everybody know. But then I have the other people that are like dragging their feet. So it's like, they just going to drag. So it's like, the only thing I can do is be here, share what I'm doing, and actually support them in their business. And I'm sure they're going to come over eventually. I mean, the company is just growing so much. It's just mind blowing. And I'm so glad I got in when I did, even looking at the stock, when I started, it was $8 a share. And I immediately hopped into that stock program, the stock program that we have, and taking some out of my check. And I'm looking like, whoo, I mean, I done got over $10,000 worth of shares just like that. So it's just.
And how long were you at Keller Williams? How many years?
4 years.
4 years. And how much stock did you leave with?
None. But I did bring a few agents with me over to Keller Williams, so I do get profit share for like $50 here, $100 there every so often.
Yeah, we're not knocking on Keller Williams because we put in our time. You put in 4 years, I put in 10 solid years, and so I paid Keller Williams $250,000. And I was happy to do it. I would do it all over again. Not with EXP around, I wouldn't. But if without EXP, Keller Williams is the best game in town. But with EXP is 100 times better.
Yeah.
And the thing is, my revenue share right now is 100 times the size of what my profit share is. It's 100 times bigger. And I was at Keller Williams for 10 years. I've been here for 20 months. So it's just a night and day difference. But what we really want to hear about, Tanika, is how you are making so much money. Okay? You're making like at least $10,000 a month. Okay. And I know there's a lot of agents out there that say, hey, I want to make 10 grand a month. I want to be a 6-figure agent. So tell us, what are you doing? Because all I see is closing after closing after. Okay, Tanika put another one up. She got another one closed. Not just putting them on the market, but getting them closed. What are you doing?
Well, that's a good question. Because it seemed like, to be honest, business is coming from everywhere. I do social media, so I do run ads that are tailored to first-time home buyers and new construction. So just like in your book, you got to pick a niche. So first-time home buyers and new construction are my niche. So I run ads catered to those type of people. So half my business are coming from that. And then some of my business is coming from my sphere. So I do such a good job helping others because it's very important to me. I keep in contact with people and they share my information. So if they know anyone, I just ask them, if you know anyone that's interested in buying or selling, investing, please share my contact information. And they do. So, and then in addition, I'm farming my own neighborhood. And it took a couple of years now. It took years, for me to become, there's one agent that was taking over my whole neighborhood. And I was like, oh, I am here, So it motivated me to get out there, door knock. You got to call them. They have to see you in the community and they have to trust you in order to give you business. And I have learned that you got to call, send, see. So that's what
you have to call, send, say again?
Call, send, see. So you call them, You send them something, because every time I have a sale or I have a new listing, I'm sending out postcards, and they have to see you. So they gotta see you in order to trust you.
I love it. So you've really gained trust. And I love what you said at the beginning of that. My business is coming from everywhere.
Mhm. It is. I'm not gonna lie.
So talk to that, because there's a lot of agents out there, and I talk to them. Uncle Knolly gets to hear. You may not see some of the. Well, you're a mentor, so you see some of that, but they're struggling. They're like, I don't know how to get deals. I can't get any business, and here you are talking about business just comes from everywhere. You know, and we could have a lot of things to say. I'm a minority. I'm dark complected. I have dark skin. Or we could have all kind of excuses, right? But the reality is, we're succeeding and we're making money. And it's now. Let me ask you this: is it hard, Tanika?
No. It's not hard anymore. I mean, to be honest, it was hard. It was hard when I don't know. For me, I had to dig deep. It's like one of them things where you have to have a talk with yourself, and you have to talk to God too. So it's like, you got to ask for what you want, basically. So I always ask, I always pray, and that's why I love following you and listening to you, because we have to have that, I guess, spiritual side as well.
Absolutely.
And so, I mean, after that, it's not hard.
Yeah. And even me myself, I've been a follower of Jesus for 32 years, and we are building at Mentorship Masters the world's fastest growing faith-based real estate community. And the thing is, all are welcome. We have people here that aren't really of faith. They're like, I don't know what you're talking about there, but I know you're a person of integrity, and I like you, and I like Tanika, and I like the group, so I'm going to join. But we're faith-based, we're Christ-centered, and it's very important to us that we do the right thing. We know that we're answerable to an almighty God, and that kind of is the barometer for how we run our business. So let's talk. Let's ask. We've got a couple minutes left, Tanika. What kind of wisdom would you share with someone that is maybe just getting in the business, and they're like, hey, what? Because you came from a different industry. Let me ask you that question first. What industry did you come from, and was it hard to transition into, a full-time career in this business?
Well, for me, not really, because I was into commercial real estate, but it was like on the research side. So it was data. Basically, I collect data, but I was comfortable on the phone. So I always talk to people. I have to talk to owners, investors, tenants all day long. So it's like one of them things where I struggled, because I'm working for a company that is paying me to talk to these people. However, when I go work for myself, I'm scared to get on the phone to talk to people. So it's like one of them things where I had to have a breakthrough that, look, you can go to work for somebody else, but you can't work for yourself. I mean, so it's like that mindset has to be in place before you can do anything. And everybody can do anything. You can do anything that you want, but you have to commit to it. That's another thing. Because without commitment, there's nothing. You have to just commit to getting it done, and you got to want it.
Yeah, it's so important what you're saying, and I'm hearing a lot of the things that I teach, bouncing back to me. So, and I appreciate that. Here, and I'm sure, and I teach, drink from many fountains. So I'm sure you've learned from a lot of different teachers. But at Mentorship Masters, this is what Tanika's talking about. We teach mindset, activities, people, systems, tools. Money is a big one, accountability, and training. And then we teach about the four bodies. You have a spiritual body, mental body. You have a physical body and an emotional body, and then you have the you that is you, and you get down into your big why. And what Tanika's talking about is the mindset. There's so many people that have a certain mindset, and I talk to them all the time. It's like, well, I'm a minority. Like Tanika, you could have this argument. Well, I'm a minority. I'm a woman.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody wants to do they're not going to, should I put my picture on my sign? It's going to, all these kind of this self-talk that we have. And the reality is, you just said it, you can be whatever you choose and whatever you put your mind to, that's
Yep.
what you're going to get. And so it's a pleasure. I mean, the fact that you capped in 8 months and next year you'll probably cap in 4 months. Okay. And maybe even hit icon. You might even do that this year, and icon is where you get 100% of your commission back in the form of stock. And the stock price, we're not predicting what it'll do in the future, but it's done pretty darn good.
Yeah.
We're,
See, Knolly, I was actually thinking about that. I actually could have capped faster, but I had 4 pieces of business under contract at Keller Williams.
ooh,
So, yeah. So that's my goal is to cap within 5 months. So let next year, I'm definitely gonna do it.
let's do it. Well, one thing I did say I would ask you about is any words of wisdom for maybe a brand new agent getting into business, because one thing that I want to make sure every listener is aware of, if you don't already have a sponsor here at EXP, you've been looking at EXP, you're thinking about it, I can't think of a better person than Tanika Belfield-Martin to help you to get where you need to be, because she has patience, she is there, she cares. She has been in the business for 8 years. She's very successful. She makes 6 figures in this business, which most agents don't. 87% of agents don't last 1 year in this business, okay? Or don't last 2 years at least. 87%. And you've done it, you've stood the test of time. So what advice do you have for these new agents that are getting into business and they're like, I'm scared?
Yeah, well, don't give up. I mean, because everybody has been there. There's nobody who has just started and, just went off to the races and knew what they were doing. Everybody starts off even new and not knowing what you're doing. So it's very important. Just don't give up and believe in yourself. And then also get a coach. Get a coach, get a team around you of people that you can trust and know that will help you. Because that's very important. Don't give up. There's two things. Don't give up on what you want in your dreams, and get a support staff around you.
But a lot of people would say, Tanika, but a coach is so expensive. How do I do? I don't have any money.
Well, we have Knolly here. That's one of the best coaches out there that, when you come over to EXP, and you have him as your sponsor, or even me, because we all on the team now. So if you put me as your sponsor, you'll be a part of our team here at EXP, and you'll get the help that you need, especially from Knolly.
Yeah, and the cool thing is, everyone that joins us here at Mentorship Masters gets me anyway. It doesn't matter if they've joined through Tanika or they've joined through someone that Tanika brought on. It's a family, and so we appreciate you, Tanika. Any parting words that you want to share?
Yeah, I just appreciate you, Knolly, for having me on your team and doing what you do. It's very important. A lot of agents out here fail, and I love that you put in the time and the energy every day to be online or doing your videos. I try to watch them all, but I was like, So I just really appreciate you.
Thank you, Tanika, and I appreciate you as well.
I just passed my broker's test on this last weekend, so I'll be an associate broker.
Yeah,
in your footsteps.
That is so amazing. Tanika is now a broker and a mentor. Wow.
Yeah.
Congratulations. That's huge.
Mm-hmm.
That's huge. Well, all those that you have that are waiting on the sidelines, let's bring them in.
Yep.
Guys, that has been six figure. How many figures? 6-figure agent spotlight with Tanika Belfield-Martin. We appreciate you, Tanika, and we'll see you guys on the next one.